so I do not forget. Okay, really quickly before we get to our guest speaker, I just had a couple things I wanted to cover with you guys. Just because I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever because we didn't have our call. So I promise this will be super quick. So we do have a guest speaker tonight, Lisa. She's like thebomb.com. She's literally like mom goals for sure. So she's gonna like just show us pretty much anything and everything she can, and I'm super excited. So please make sure you guys have notes and stuff ready to go because she's probably gonna absolutely just like blow your mind. So what I wanted to do is shout you guys out. I know it is February 5th. But look at our list already, you guys. Like, I'm so incredibly proud of you for Success Club. Shout out to Skylar. She's just like rocking it. She is now 2 emeralds away from diamond, which is fantastic because she literally just popped in with us in January. Morgan is just absolutely slaying. I know she had a couple people pop under her mom, so she's just been doing a lot of work, which is awesome. You know, we have Jody's at Success Club, and we have a lot of you guys on the board, which is awesome. Special shout out, I don't know if Amy is on here or not, but she just signed her first discount person, so she is now halfway to emerald, which is fantastic. I wanted to make sure we shout out Brittany. She's halfway to emerald too. And then Trisha, she will be emerald on Thursday. She pushed really hard to grab her 2 people. And then Libby is also halfway to emerald. So that's pretty awesome, you guys. Like, it's the 5th of the month. Like, this list is only going to get bigger. So I'm super incredibly proud of you guys. So congrats on just like ripping the Band-Aid off and kicking some serious butt. Housekeeping items really quick before we get to Lisa. Please know that Thursday, Friday of this week, we have our 2-day info sesh for coaching. And I'm going to go live tomorrow and share more information about that. I shared a link with the leaders and they've seen what we were going to do. So I just kind of want to go live and share that with you guys. But I want you to focus on Lisa tonight and not necessarily worry about that too much. Just be posting, inviting to that opportunity. You can definitely add anybody in that group. It's for the entire downline. Focusing on helping your 5 people this week, like just getting it done and over with. Make sure you have your 90 PV going through, that you're active, because we are going to be going through qualification for the next like 7 months. So that's super important that we have our qualification and stuff going through. I think we got almost like probably 90% of our team on a team cup, which is phenomenal. And so please just make sure you're reaching out to your team cup. Keep lighting that fire. I saw you guys posting like your little graphics, freaking cute. Love it. I really hope that it helps. Rank advances help with your team cup. You know, obviously Success Club points and just getting those cool prizes and everything. Filling our virtual fit gym, we have one kicking off on the 25th. It will be Transform 20 and also a multi-program, so you can be inviting to both of those opportunities. And then I know I have a lot of girls right now pushing for rank advance, so fingers crossed for a couple of our girls pushing for diamond by tomorrow night. Jody, I know, is on the fence with her new coaches, and I know Skylar is pushing super hard too. So that's freaking awesome, you guys. Like, to have 5 diamonds already, and we are, you know, like barely to February. Like, I'm so incredibly proud of you guys. Literally just push momentum and just keep going with all of that. So, okay, that being said, let's get to the best part of this whole thing. Okay, so actually last night I got the honor to speak on Lisa's call with her team, and it's so humbling because I remember when I met Lisa. Lisa is actually my upline, Kylie, my coach, her Success Club partner. And so Lisa and I met like 3-ish years ago at Summit. So those of you guys who are like teaming up with us and gonna stay in the Airbnb and like have super fun, like that was Lisa and Kylie and me and one of Kylie's coaches. Like, just had no idea who each other were, like just got a hotel together, had so much fun, rode mechanical bulls, like just, it was awesome. It was phenomenal. But we had so much fun, and Lisa's a busy mom, and I know that like Erin is super fond of her husband, but like together, like they just have a really strong base, and I know that Lisa works super hard at what she does, and she'll probably give you more of her story. But her team, literally, I was talking to you guys about it, like they went from pretty much like an emerald team, just like where she was at in qualification and stuff, to 5-star elite. So she is also an elite coach and elite team, just like we are. So that's super awesome to hear from her. And Lisa, I'm going to stop talking because I could probably talk about you forever. So I'm just going to mute myself.
Oh, you're so sweet. Can everybody hear me? Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. Yay, it's Tuesday. Well, thank you all so much for having me. And thank you, Megan, for speaking on my call last night. My girls were like, oh, wow, I got a lot of work to do. And I'm like, yeah, we all just do what Megan does, right? That's the goal. Um, but what I want to share with you guys tonight, I have a presentation that I want to share. And I've been a coach for almost 4 years now. And I am a mom. I have two kids. I worked in higher education for 15 years and I left my job 2 years ago because I had success pretty quickly with my coaching business while I was working full time. And so working that 1 to 2 hours a day for the first 2 years of my business allowed me I was able to hit two-star diamond within 2 years. And I was able to match my salary from my job. So I was able to walk away at that point because I really hustled. And like Megan, I built myself because I was faced with, I didn't have a team and I really wanted it to happen because I wanted to go to a new leader conference because I wanted to duplicate myself and bring in more volume and bring in more income. And so I just put my head down. I got to work. I built my husband's account and I built my mom's account and I went to two-star by myself. And fortunately, over the course of the past year, I've really developed some really great working coaches as well. And so I was in a really crazy personal situation last year and my business dropped from two-star to emerald. And that was literally this time last year. So the beginning of February, my business had dropped all the way to emerald. And by November, like the first week of November, we were a 5-star elite team. And I had almost a 6-star qualification, but I had a couple girls that went in and out. So, we were able to pull that together in probably 10 months. And I'm super proud of my team. But what I want to share with you guys is one of my strengths as a coach is my ability to kind of track everything I'm doing and to use my social media to help build my business. And sometimes just getting back to basics and seeing what people are actually doing and how they actually work may just give you some new ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Can everybody see that? Okay, so I don't have a ton of slides, but I want to just go over with you what I do to build my business. And then I'm just gonna open it up for questions at the end if you guys don't mind. But what I really wanna talk about is how you have the opportunity to use your social media to invite daily. And I'm just going to go through kind of what I do. So on Saturdays and Sundays, when it's kind of quiet on social media, I honestly take time. And so you'll see my pen and paper method right here because I used to be a teacher in my former life. And I am Generation Xer, so telling my age here, I'm 39. So I write everything down, but it helps me stay organized. Like I know Megan uses Teamsy and I do use Google Street for my contacts and for my coaches and stuff like that. But just to kind of plan my week, I always start here on the weekends. And so if you look to the picture on the left, so the week of February 4th, this is my business page. And so I run a Facebook like page. I don't put a ton of time or energy or effort into it, but what I do is I schedule 3 posts a day. And so I have 21 posts a week that just automatically are scheduled, and it's kind of like my business is just running in the background. So I don't really have to be present. However, you do get notifications when posts are doing well. And so if I have a post that's doing well, I may boost the post. I may try to reach new people. I may follow up and add new people to that page. But I don't spend a ton of time on my Facebook business page. I probably run 1 or 2 ads a month. I don't spend a ton of money on advertising. I probably should. But as of right now, what I do is I really just take about 3 posts a day and I alternate themes. So you'll see on there, I check them off when I actually have them scheduled, but you'll see like workout, recipe, recipe, workout, product. So I alternate between all of these themes and I run it like an actual business page. I also do like a 30-day challenge. And so I have a free group that I run on Facebook, and it's literally something I pull off Pinterest, and I run a free group around it. And every single 30 days or every new month, the image changes and I pin it to the top of the page and people are checking in, And so why I do that is because, number one, it's literally something I pull from Pinterest. It takes me 2 minutes a day. I go live and do the actual workout, but I have something to give people when they tell me, now's not the right time, or whatever their objection may be. I have something to offer them. And so I also schedule that kind of workout of the day from the free group into my business page. All right. And then I also kind of take turns and in the evening, and I alternate themes. Like, am I talking about my challenge groups? Do I want to share a funny quote? Do I want to do a Transformation Tuesday? I talk about my coaching life. And so I do about 3 posts a week that are coaching related and 3 posts a week that are challenge group related. And I run that in the background. And then if you look to the right, these are my personal posts. So I post on social media at least twice a day. And on Instagram, sometimes it's once, sometimes it's twice. It really just depends on the day. But I really try to think, okay, what week is it? What are we dealing with this week? Like last week, it was Super Bowl. So I shared a fun recipe that I made. It was like cauliflower cheesy bread, right? So something healthy. I was trying to add value. And then you can look through my themes here. I just kind of go through, I'll do 1 or 2 call to actions throughout the week, typically on like Mondays and Thursdays or Fridays. And then I keep my social media super light and family oriented pretty much on the weekends until Sunday night. I share coaching stories and recognition on Thursdays and Fridays. But you can see I take the time on Saturday to actually plan out my posts. And I even go into the notes section of my phone. And if I'm feeling creative, I will draft a post just so I have it. And all I have to do is copy and paste it. And I don't know if you guys have kids or not, but I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they are crazy. And from 3 until 8 every night, I can't even think because it's so loud and crazy in my house. So this just saves me so much time by actually planning my posts for the week, thinking about what month are we in, what holidays do we have, what day is it, all of the above, okay? So then, as you can see here, what I try to do is when I post on social media, I do usually 2 posts a day, and one of them is typically a challenge group type post. So if you look on the left, this is a fitness related post. So I'm obviously working out. I'm talking about loving myself and I'm actually talking about my arms in this picture and how I love my arms. But it's, talking about the community of a challenge group. It's talking about, how I'm able to get good results working out from home. And then if you look to the right, this is more of a coaching lifestyle type post. So I try to do this every single day because I'll show you on the next slide. This is how I create my invite lists. So I'm actually reaching out to all of the people that are liking and commenting on these posts, either just starting a conversation, thanking them for liking the post, or if they've commented, then obviously I'll address their concern or question at that time. But this is kind of how I've moved my social media, is so that once a day I'm talking about fitness or food or motivation or community. And then the other post is more like lifestyle, income, coaching. All right. So how this works for me is that this creates my actual list to invite to my challenge groups and to coaching. And so if you look, this is my actual tracker that I use, and I have it right here. And so every single day I make a list of 10 invites for coaching, 10 invites for challenge groups, and then I put them into Google Streak later on. So it's kind of double work, but I'm, again, a pen and paper person, and I have to write it down. And so I send a minimum of 10 challenge group invites from my post that I do, and then 10 coaching invites from the post that I do. And what's important is that these are new people I'm talking to. So I don't just roll people over from day to day. That's my follow-up list. So I do also have a list that is constantly kind of rolling over month to month once those people have told me no. But every single day I'm making a list, and these people are all the people who have liked or commented on my post. And typically I'm going to lead with something like, "Hey Jennifer, thank you so much for the love on my post last night. It really means so much to feel appreciated or loved or supported, whatever. Have you ever thought about joining me in one of my 30-day challenges?" And just leaving it at that. And then they may ask a question. And if they say something like, "Yeah, but I just can't afford it," or whatever, if they immediately go to cost, obviously I'm going to try to figure out like, well, how much do you think it costs, or go dig deeper into what the real issue or concern is. But again, I always have that free 30 group that I can say, hey, I understand now is not the right time, but I do have a free group that I run every 30 days. I'd love to share the link with you. Are you interested in joining that? 9 times out of 10, they say yes. And it becomes somebody I can follow up with again next month, right? So these are just simple messages, and I'll share with you guys the one I'm sending today. Like I just sent a message today and it's actually getting a lot of traction. Sorry, this is like a sidebar here, but it's actually working pretty well. Oh, okay. So I just said, hey, Jennifer, just wanted to thank you again for your support on my page. It really means a lot to me. Have you ever considered joining me in a fun month-long challenge? I sent that today and I've gotten like more responses back with, sure, tell me about it. Or yes, I'm interested. Like instead of saying, are you on a fitness journey? Or are you trying to lose weight, or leading with that and making people feel icky? I just say, have you ever considered joining me in a fun month-long challenge? Like that could mean anything. That could be my free group. That could be a 30-day group. That could be Transform 20, right? It's my job as a coach to figure out what they need. And so that's how I start my conversations. So this is kind of sloppy, but this is my running follow-up list. So you see at the top, this says T20 follow-ups. So these are all of the people who were in my T20 preview group that I ran on Facebook who never bought. And so these became the people that I am following up with. So I create a running list that I'm doing follow-ups with. So since they didn't join me in January, obviously I'm going to reach out to them when it's a new month. We have new promotions. I can share that with them and see what they say. And if they're still saying no, then when we start round 2, then guess what? I'm still reaching out to these people. So I'm continuing to follow up with these people month over month over month until they say absolutely not, or they delete me on Facebook, basically, because in my opinion, it's nothing personal against you if they're telling you no. It's more that it's just not the right time for them. They're not ready to make a change. They're not ready to commit for whatever reason, be financial, time, whatever. So I'm going to continue to share what we have to offer every single month because it's different. And I want them to know what opportunities they have to join me every single month. So I do a monthly rollover. I have specific programs that I create rollover lists for. And I'll do weekly follow-ups. Again, I'll use sense of urgency, like I have 5 spots left, or in, 5 more days. I've been using the Transform 20. Like tomorrow is the last day to get in the exclusive test group. And so anybody who has ever expressed interest, I sent them a voice memo today and I was like, hey girl, I know we were talking back in January, but I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow is the absolute last day for you to get in that test group. And if there's any way you can make it happen or still want to do this program, let's make it happen by tomorrow. So at least I know that I did my job and let them know that it is the last day, and then I will reach out to them again and say, I know we missed the exclusive test group, but I am running round 2 of Transform 20. Do you think now's a better time to get started? So that's kind of how I do my follow-ups every month. Something else I do on my social media is I sprinkle in engagement posts 2 to 3 times a week. So if you just kind of stalk my Facebook page, you'll see that at least twice a week I do an engagement post. And sometimes they're stupid things that I find on Pinterest. And then like this last week, like we literally just got Netflix. I mean, I realize we're behind the times here, but I had 150 some comments on this post because people are obsessed with Netflix. If you just think of something that's current that people are doing, that they're watching, a game that people want to play, like an either or this or that, or something stupid, people comment on it. And what that does, it helps raise your engagement and it helps them see your posts more frequently if they are engaging. And then what I do is I like and comment under every single comment. And yes, that takes time. But literally I'll just go through and like, comment. I'll put an emoji and I'll change emojis all the way through or whatever I need to do. But I do this to bring traction to my actual page. And so that the next post I put up is maybe a call to action post where I'm inviting them I'm looking for 10 women to join my next accountability group, or, my team is opening up a sneak peek and here's the link to join or whatever. But I also use these engagement posts as a chance to connect with people. So the engagement posts tend to bring in people who aren't necessarily liking. You'll notice that you have probably the same group of people who are liking and commenting on your health posts and your coaching posts because they're your friends or whatever. But these bring in new people. That's why I do these engagement posts, because that brings somebody new who is commenting. And so what I'll do is I'll send them just a silly message, and I'll just say, hey, hey, Megan, thank you so much for commenting on my post last night, about the Netflix or whatever. And then I'll just ask them a question. It's seriously like 2 sentences, but it's seriously a thanks for commenting. And what's your favorite show on Netflix? Or, oh, I've heard that Stranger Things is so funny. What else are you watching right now? Or just something silly, just from this engagement post. You could talk about dogs or coffee or music or books. So literally anything. But I use this to bring traction to my page. So posting strategy. So here's kind of my strategy. And just so you guys know, there's no right or wrong strategy. I don't think as far as social media goes, you just need to show up. And so I am on Instagram at least once a day with a post that adds value. I post 2 to 3 times a day on my personal Facebook page. I schedule 3 posts a day on my Facebook business page. And you guys don't have to be everywhere all the time. Remember, I've been a coach for 4 years. So I feel like I have different people on different platforms, and I need to make sure that I'm reaching each of them or spending a decent amount of time on each of them. So again, 3 scheduled posts on Facebook business page where I'm alternating themes, talking about my 30-day challenges, my food, products, motivation, and coach life as well. And then as far as stories go, I do Instagram stories, and I have mine set up as a business page because I have over 10,000 followers. So I have my link to my Facebook business page. So I do my stories so they link on both of those. Sometimes I do stories on my personal Facebook page. Sometimes I don't. Like, it's just too much sometimes. But I try to do at least 5 to 10 stories a day, and just what does my life look like? It's my workout. It's my energize. It's the food that I eat. It's my crazy mom life. I'm a boy mom. I'm on team calls. What does our challenge group look like? What are people's transformations looking like? I run stupid polls. Like, I ask people like what they're watching on TV or who they want to win the Super Bowl. And like different workout leggings that I have. I mean, it's really just silly stuff that I do. Like, your stories should really allow people to see who you are at your core. We put up sometimes this persona on social media of, this is me, but like your stories are silly. Like, I always put silly stuff of my kids like dancing around and just being crazy. And so I think that's where you'll get a lot of eyes on kind of what you're doing. And then that gives you another opportunity for people to reach out to and to talk to. And, hey girl, I see you're watching my stories. Thank you for the love and support. Have you ever thought about joining in one of my 30-day fun challenges? Whatever, right? So that's kind of my strategy for posting. Oh, and I guess that's the end of the presentation. So I'm going to let you guys ask questions, but basically this is how I run my business. I post on social media and I take every single person that is liking and commenting and start conversations with people. And I create follow-up lists and I create new invites every single day. And I go in and I connect with new people and I add new people. And I really just, I set a timer and I do usually 1 or 2 power hours a day and get all of this knocked out. And this has allowed me to continue to be successful. And, success for me, I'm shooting for at least Success Club 30 every month. Maybe I should shoot for 100, Megan. But this is kind of my process, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I saw some people over in the chat bar, but I haven't pulled it up yet. So I'll go over there. But if you guys have questions, go for it. Brittany, how do you schedule posts? So if you have a Facebook business page, it allows you to schedule posts, but you can't do it on your personal page. It's only from a business page that you can schedule the actual day and time you want it to go. Oh, somebody already said that. Thanks, Megan. Does boosting your posts? I don't know. It depends. I think that and Megan, maybe you can speak to this. If you're using Ads Manager, sometimes it works better than actually boosting a post. I find that boosting a post just really gets more likes. It doesn't get a lot of comments or engagement. It's just my opinion. Facebook ads really haven't been working well for me recently. Yes, I'm 39. Love the new invites, not just the follow-ups. Yes. Yes. Voice messages do rock. Oh yeah, engagement posts. Just find it on Pinterest. Like literally, I'll go to either Google or Pinterest and I will just search something like, like Super Bowl. Like I looked for something for the Super Bowl the other night, or even on Instagram, I found like something really stupid that said like forecast for the Super Bowl. And it was like a joke about Drew Brees because they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. And I just put like a joke out there because, just trying to get more engagement to my page. Or I'll just ask a question and do that colored background and see if people, and sometimes I even go into like, what do you struggle with the most, fitness or nutrition? Comment below, or if you could lose, if you could wave your wand and lose any number of pounds to be at your goal weight, and then drop a red heart for 0 to 5 pounds, green heart, 10 to 15 pounds. Just something like that where the people actually have to engage and drop an emoji or drop a heart or give you their opinion. I love doing those types of things. Yeah, drink water.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in because I was like writing a bunch of stuff down, but I love, and I know I commented in there like 10 new invites because I feel like sometimes we follow up with the same people so many times and then we get no and we just get so frustrated. And I know like as new coaches, and even now obviously like if you're only talking to the same 10 people or whatever for like the week and all of them say no, like you're what they call it, butthurt about it and stuff. But if you're consistently talking to 10 people every single day out of 50 people, like 10 people is just like, okay, maybe next month. So when you said that, I thought that was really good of 10 new invites and not just follow-ups. And I know you said kind of where you like likes and comments and stuff, but what happens like as a new coach? Maybe they're just starting to post, or maybe they only have a couple likes from their grandma and their mom and their sister. Do you have any like advice of like where to find or go and get some new invites kind of thing? And I know sometimes like you can't always send 100 invites a day, but like, just ideas, I guess, of where.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly for newer coaches, those engagement questions come in, like posting things that are not necessarily related to like, here's my workout picture for the day or whatever, just posting some like not necessarily controversial, but like something that, people are going to have an opinion about, just to start a conversation, and honestly, when I first got started as a coach, I was told to make a list of 100 people, and I don't even know where I came up with those people. Like some of them were old colleagues, old people I went to college with, whatever. And I made that list. And then I sent them a message that was like, hey, this is kind of crazy, but I just started this business and blah, blah, blah. And kind of the same thing. Would you ever be interested in joining me in an online accountability group? It's kind of a cold message, but in the beginning, if people don't know what you're doing, then, and you don't show up consistently, that's honestly like the one thing that I can say is no matter what has happened in my life over the past 4 years, I show up on social media every single day, twice a day. Don't skip a beat. Consistency is going to pay off for you. And even as a new coach, you might not think it will, but I promise you it will. And your likes and comments will grow. But I think you just have to, take some time, doing your Instagram stories. That's a good way. Like when people are watching your stories, go send them a message and say, hey girl, I see you're watching my stories, and then ask them a question about something that they viewed. Oh, do you like Netflix too? Or, oh, are you watching the Ted Bundy series too? Or whatever, just stupid stuff. Like I'm thinking as a new coach, you're just really trying to connect with people because you want to just talk to more people so they actually have eyeballs on what you're doing, What else? How did I grow my following? Oh, slowly, painfully. I mean, I literally added 10 new friends a day for the first 2 years of my business. I mean, I found like old people I went to high school with, friends of friends, mutual friends, colleagues, friends. Like I literally just went through, and I built my entire business on Facebook personal page alone until last March. I haven't even been doing Instagram for a full year yet. So, and I'm still not very great I'm not good on Instagram. I just show up because I feel like I need to be somewhere else. So I don't think Facebook's dead. I think you just need to figure out what you're good at and show up there, and maybe find a secondary platform to utilize as well. Create, what is this? I don't know what that is about. Business page with leather earrings.
I think she was just asking like if she should create another one. I'm surprised that they won't let you change your name like on Facebook. Because I know like some coaches, like when they first open a page, it's like mine was like Megan Geese Fitness or whatever, and then I like went back and changed it. I can totally try to help you change that, but you could just change it into so like your earrings and your business and all in your makeup and stuff, because that's really who you are, Carrie. No, I wouldn't create another page though.
And I think, who is that? Kayla. I would just say, a big part of what you do as a new coach is, and I know at least from my perspective, is that from the very beginning, I was always plugged in with my upline or with another coach, and we were working together. And so it never seemed like I was alone. I was always like, our community, or I would talk about it that way, that, we as coaches work together to get you really good results. Because as a brand new coach, you do want to feel confident not only in what you're doing, but, you have Megan and you have other coaches on your team who have been around a little bit longer. But I would really, like, something I do is I really put value in the challenge group and in the community. I obviously do talk about fitness and nutrition, but I think that most people need accountability and need a community. And that's what I always lead with. Unless they tell me they have a specific need for something else. But I think you just rely on other people. You're working with other coaches who've been doing these programs, who have gotten great results, and you just do it. You just learn by trial and error, and you plug them into Beachbody On Demand. You get them a nutrition plan, and then the good thing is we have those posting guides, those challenge group posting guides that can help facilitate running groups. But as long as somebody's willing to follow the process, I think they can, definitely reach goals.
I love that too. I was actually trying to figure out how to word it and stuff, but what do you think, Lisa? Like, because I know obviously like I was a challenger, I went through a fitness group, I got results, and then I started sharing. And I know some coaches like join kind of like right off the bat and start sharing like that journey. And I used to always think it could only be like challenge group coaching and like success. But then when I'm sitting here thinking about it, if I could share my entire journey with somebody, like I feel like I would have thousands of people lined up versus me just throwing up a transformation photo, like after 20 days, like, oh, I did this thing and here's how I look. Well, yeah, you have people who are interested. I think it was Ashley, I was talking to her. Like, she looks phenomenal. She did an incredible job. And like, she's just starting coaching, and she was messaging so many people. And like, it was kind of like, no, not right now. It's too expensive. And that got me thinking, like, imagine if she could share like, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, like everything with them. And so I think even as new coaches, just to understand like kind of what you were saying, like you feel confident, or like, you help people feel confident, like just by you showing up, every single day, like you were saying, and how you post, like it doesn't matter. You're just always going to be there kind of thing. Cause we've all gone through things in life, but,
and you, honestly, I think I just lost my train of thought. Dang it. What was I going to say? Something about posting. Oh, about sharing your journey. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Like if you look at my social media, like I posted a picture yesterday, like I ate all the things on Super Bowl Sunday and I look like a bloated hot mess. And that's my picture. Like my hair is a sweaty top knot, I have a bloated belly, and that's my picture and I don't care. Like because I'm being real with people and I'm saying, yeah, I ate pizza last night. I ate chicken wings last night. I didn't drink alcohol because I committed to doing that, to not drinking alcohol for Transform 20, but I did eat all the things and this is how I look this morning. But guess what? I showed up and I'm doing my workout anyway. And it's hard as hell because I am like 4 pounds overweight right now from all the chicken wings. Like just being you and I can't even tell you guys how many messages I get that people are just like, you are just the most real person. And that's why people, they have to trust you. And if you only show up when things are good and only show up when you have like a result to share or something positive to share, and you're not sharing like who you really are and that you struggle too, then, you've got to build trust with your customers and potential customers. And that's what I think has helped me be really successful, is that I share who I am all day, every day, what I look like, the struggles, the good, the bad, all of it,
Yeah, I agree too. I did, it was like Shark Week and stuff, and I just was really bloated, and it was awful, and I just felt like that. And I posted about like, this is me and this is also me. And I think as coaches, just understanding that, and I don't want to say this because we're all Beachbody coaches, but no one gives a shit that we're Beachbody coaches. Like they want to join you and your journey. Like you could be selling dirt, and you have people who want to be with you. And so I think that helps a lot too.
Yep. And that's absolutely, you are building your own brand and you are, people are coming to you because they like and trust you, How did I balance sharing my life and working the business? Shaylin, is that how I say it? That comes with a lot of PD. Like, honestly, I just had to get to a point where like, I really didn't give a shit what people thought. Because I was a dean of a college, and like for me to step away from my job where I was making almost 6 figures and I was running a college, pretty much I was running a division of a college. Like to become a full-time Beachbody coach. Like I had to let that sink in for a really long time, but I just had to do a lot of personal development, a lot of reading, and just figure out like, this is what I'm meant to do and I'm good at it and I need to be doing this and I need to share. And so you just kind of have to figure that out, and you have to find a platform that works for you, that allows you to share who you are. And that comes with time and it comes with personal development, honestly, I think.
Yeah, I love that too. Sorry, I had a question and then I was listening to what you were saying. I'm trying to type everything out. I was trying to write it out. It's not working. So I was just typing on my phone.
No. And honestly, when I was working full time, again, I'm sure Megan is really great at sharing with you guys how she works her business. But, I basically worked my business 2 hours a day when I worked full time. I was up an hour earlier before everybody else, and I worked 1 power hour in the morning. And then at nighttime, I checked my phone for 1 more hour, and that was it. That's all I could do. I had 2 babies at the time, and I worked 50 to 60 hours a week, and my husband travels for work. So the first 2 years of my business were working 50 hours, raising a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old, working 2 hours a day on Beachbody, getting in my workout, sacrificing TV, girls' nights, whatever I needed to do. But I was able to match my full-time salary in 2 years because I did all of that, because I sacrificed 5 to 6 days a week, Yeah.
And I think too with you, even since I met you a couple years ago, when I think of somebody who is so freaking consistent, she showed you her tracking system, when I don't even remember what launch it was, but she literally had her freaking notebook and she was sitting in the hotel room, writing all this stuff down, tracking everything and sending all these messages. And I was just sitting there holy crap, that is phenomenal. And it's just the fact that you literally consistently do it every single freaking day. And yeah, that, I don't know how you can teach consistency to somebody until they just go through it and experience it. But yeah, like that's one thing that I literally like thought of you right away. I was like, oh God, she like knows what the heck she's doing. But oh, here's some good questions.
And learning into your challenges. So the first hour of my day was more like checking into my challenge groups and clearing my inbox. Like I would literally for 1 hour just clear my notifications, clear my inbox, check into my challenge groups, and then I would do my invites really quickly. And then I had to work all day long. And so then that second hour of the day or at night, that's again when I was, I probably had 5 or 10 new messages that I needed to read and follow up with and respond. But people knew I still worked a full-time job. And so at that point, it was just, hey, I'll get back with you tonight. I did have some time I could check during work. It just depends, like if it was my lunch break or whatever. But I wasn't like working my business unless I was on lunch break or something like that. But honestly, if you just like, I have to set a timer. Even now that I'm home, I set a timer and I work for an hour doing my invites, and then I move on to something else. And as far as team calls and things like that, like I literally listened on my way to work. I no longer listen to the radio or anything else. I literally just listen to every team call that I need to catch up on my commute to work, to and from every day. And sometimes I missed a few and I just had to deal with it because when I could work, I wanted to do the action items that would move my business forward. You've been trying to hit a goal before reaching out to other. So as far as in the beginning, like basically when I signed up as a coach, my coach told me like, you need to hit Success Club every month. And so I was like, okay, well, what's that? And she's like, well, you need to help 3 to 5 people every month. And so I just had it in my brain that no matter what, even if I was a part-time coach, that's what I had to do, And so I haven't missed Success Club since I started because that's what I was told I needed to do. And so that was always my goal every month. And in the beginning, I didn't really have a goal. I didn't want to leave my full-time job. It probably took me, you guys, I didn't even invite to the business opportunity for almost 2 years. Like I only talked about fitness and I only talked about challenge groups, and I was able to build myself to 2-star until I hit that point and I was like, whoa, I should probably talk about coaching, now that I'm home and a full-time coach. So, if my advice to you is don't neglect that. Don't neglect the business opportunity early on. Even if you only have small wins, like even if your paycheck this week was $50, what is relevant? Like what is $50 to you? It fills your gas tank or it buys your groceries or whatever it does, like share that, because if you didn't have this opportunity, you wouldn't have that extra $50. And for a lot of people, that could change some things in their life. And that's one regret that I have is I didn't really talk about coaching for a long time. Wait, what is that? I feel like spend a lot of time searching for new people. You mean like adding people to your network, Brittany? Honestly, I set a timer. That's the only way to manage that is like when you're adding new people to your network, I set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes. I add 5 or 10 people and that's it. And I move on to the next task. Otherwise, yes, you'll get into that scrolling trap or that searching trap. You don't want to do that. So you get 25% off in a discount coach. So I have an image. Who wrote that? Carrie. I have an image that I send people. It's actually a chart and it shows the breakdown of like what you pay for Shakeology, even with the $15 fee. And I'm happy to send that to you guys. I don't know if you guys use it or not, but when I'm explaining what the discount is to somebody, I have like a script, a little something that I have saved. And I'm like, oh, and by the way, we can also sign you up for the 25% off discount, which will save you almost $30 a month on your Shakeology. You still have to pay a small fee, but I like to refer to it as kind of like Amazon Prime. You pay $99 a year to get $2 shipping. So this is kind of like, getting access to a special discount. And that's kind of how I refer to it. And then I send them a little chart that says, it shows the actual breakdown that they're still actually saving $30 even with the $15 fee. Yes, please. Oh my God, please. I'll send that over. I mean, it's like the oldest chart ever, but it works like a charm. Like seriously, I just shared it. Like I had a girl yesterday. She's like, "Can I just sign up as a customer?" I'm like, "No, you should just sign up to be a coach because literally you're gonna save yourself $30 a month drinking Shakeology. So even if you don't want to get Shakeology next month, I'll show you how to delay it for 30 days." And she's like, "Oh, it's that easy?" And I always tell them too that if they don't do it now, they have to pay a $40 fee later on, which if they bought a challenge pack, yes, they can get a reimbursement, but still it's a pain in the ass to go through that process of having them fill out that reimbursement form and pay that $40. I'd rather them just sign up from the beginning, you know? Oh, Megan, it's in the new Coach Prep School. There you go. Okay, guys, what else? Anything else? Oh, how do I add new people? I just look for friends of friends and mutual friends. If we have mutual friends over 20, I usually send them a friend request. If they live in my neighborhood, like my husband and I just moved to Florida a year and a half ago. And if they live in my neighborhood, if they look like me, if they have young kids that are about my kids' age, I just look for things that I would have in common. You know, like if they're at the beach, I might send them a friend request. If they have two boys, I might send them a friend request. If they're a former teacher, I might send them a friend request. Or if they teach currently, if they teach group fitness, like all of the things that I am, if I see a picture of them going through the drive-thru at Starbucks, I might send them a friend request, you know, just thinking of like who you are and the things that, you know, you do on a daily basis. And those are the people that I'm going to reach out to. And I don't follow up right away. Like I usually just kind of let the friend request linger for a few days. And then I kind of wait and see if they start watching, you know, either my stories or if they start liking and commenting on my pictures or posts, and then I'll start a conversation. Or like once a month, I'll randomly go through my new friends and just say, "Hey, thanks for accepting my request. You know, I saw you lived in the neighborhood too, and I'm just looking for other women to connect with," and leave it at that, you know, because I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to make a sale, because I'm really not going to go from friend request, because it drives me freaking crazy when people do that to me, when they send me a friend request and I accept, and then they're like, "Hey, by the way, I sell this, you know, and I think you'd be amazing at it." I'm like, clearly you don't understand that I'm a Beachbody coach and not interested, but whatever. Whew. Okay, guys. Let me read. Yes. Oh yeah, I wear Beachbody clothes all the time. Like I literally, everywhere I go, I'm decked out in Beachbody clothes or carrying something. And you know, like people will ask me in the grocery store and I'll talk to random people about it. I talk to people in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A when I'm there with my kids. Like, yeah, I think a lot of it, even being a new coach, is just really growing your self-confidence and really diving into personal development and like realizing that you have a gift to share. And you can't think about this as I'm bothering people or people only think I'm after a sale. You know, you really have a gift to share. You've had incredible results. We have amazing programs and products. And the community, the lifestyle, the opportunity to earn an income. Like, you guys, I worked my job for 15 years, 50 hours a week, commuting 10 hours a week, like never could bust. I mean, I make double what I left my job at this point in my business. And I've only been in my business for 4 years and I worked my career job for 15 years. You know, that's insane to me. I never would have thought that was possible. So we have an opportunity here that you guys just like sitting at your fingertips, you know? Okay. New clothing, yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Perfect. Okay, so I have like one super quick question for you. So I know that I'm trying to figure out how to word it correctly. When you invite people and like let's say you're talking to them, what is your like rule of thumb for like a follow-up? Because like on Teams, you know, it's like 2 days, 4 days, a week, that kind of thing. And then at what point for like the objections, I know you talked about that with your free group and stuff, at what point with objections do you just kind of say like, okay, sounds good, next month sort of thing? So I guess it's like two questions.
Kind of the same. Like if I send an initial invite, like if I don't hear from somebody, I do a 48-hour follow-up. And if they don't respond again in 48 hours, I usually check in within a week. So my rule is kind of like 2 days, 7 days. And then if I haven't heard from them after 2 attempts, I might make a 3rd attempt. It just depends. Like if we have a launch or something like that, then I may make that 3rd attempt and just be like, hey girl, didn't want you to miss out on the opportunity to take advantage of like this brand new program or this exclusive test group or using those like keywords. But I usually only do like 2 to 3 follow-ups, like 2 days, 5 days, or I'm sorry, 2 days, 7 days, and then maybe a week later before I put them like, okay, I understand now is not a good time. Would you mind if I check back with you next month and share with you all of the amazing promotions we have going on? And 9 times out of 10, they say, oh yeah, check back with me then, either because they're trying to let go of me or because, yeah, maybe it will be a better time, you know? But I'm not going to harass somebody week over week over week over week. You know, if they haven't responded at all and they've totally ghosted me, then I usually just let it go until maybe we have a new launch. And then I go back through everybody and I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought about you today. We have this brand new program starting and I think you'd be amazing. And I'd love to tell you about the opportunity, you know, or just like make it super secretive or super exciting that they want to respond back to me. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. I know you talked about your free group. Is there any way you can like give us like a minute rundown of like just kind of
yeah. Let me just show you really quickly. Oh shoot, hold on. Oh, give me 1 second, friends. I don't want to do that. Give me a second, ladies, and I will find it. I had to get rid of Facebook because I kept dinging. And I do use a lot of voice memos just so you guys can see. Like you see all of these people that I probably need to follow up with once we get off the phone here. Oh my goodness.
We just see your calendar, so you're good.
You don't see Facebook right now?
No.
Oh no.
Well, I don't, I guess. But you run it on your like page, don't you?
No, I changed it to a private group.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, now can you see my Facebook? What is going on?
The Hello February, yep.
Okay, so literally like that picture is even crappy. But so February, I have this Lose the Muffin Top Challenge. And so every month I go in and I pin the month. This is from Pinterest. I saved the picture. And so this was pinned on January 31st. And you can see like our whole challenge for the whole month. So you've got every single day, and this is pinned to the top of the page. And then here's me. That was yesterday's. And so I do a live video every single morning. You can see it takes 1 minute and 40 seconds of my morning. Today was rest day. Some people just respond like when they do the days. Some people comment underneath. Like on the weekends, I don't go live. I just actually repost what the workout of the day is. Here's me in my jammies doing the live workout. 2 minutes of my day. So you can see that I just go live 5 days a week and it literally takes 2 minutes of my day. And then people will comment below, you know, like once they've done it. And I just change the cover picture every month and then I change the workout every month. So this was day 1 and then you can see what I have people do. Is underneath, people write when they're done. And that's just how I run it, and some of these people are Beachbody customers. Some of these people are not Beachbody customers, but this is my free group. I used to spend a lot of time creating like 5-day, 7-day groups that took so much time, like crockpot groups and finding recipes and going live. And it just took way too much time. And so now I literally do this. And so when I'm talking to people and they're giving me objections, like I can say, oh, well, I understand it's not the right time for you, but I do have a free 30-day group that I'd love to plug you into. And this is what I do. And every morning I go live and do the workout of the day, and that's it.
I love that. It's super simple. I know Amanda, she's not on the call, but she runs like a free group, and she just builds connections with people. And then if they reach out, because she'll post her workout in there too and stuff. So kind of like a challenge group, but it's not anything just Beachbody. It's just anything really. And then, she just encourages them like, hey, I have a group starting up. If you want to join, you can. If you don't, awesome. Like, we're going to continue this. So I think that's a really good idea. The one thing with free groups is like, if you open it, think about serving people, not opening it to get challenge pack sales, if that makes sense.
Right. And I don't
I'm just saying, yeah.
And that's a lot of my coaches are like, oh, well, do they have to buy a challenge pack to be in that group? I'm like, no, most of those people are not paying Beachbody customers, but yeah. I will share recipes in that group. I might do a giveaway in that group just to expose people to our products and programs. And I might like drop some links for some groups of like, hey, here's an info session if you're interested in this. Hey, here's my preview group for T20 if you're interested in this.
Yeah, I love that.
But it also gives me a list of people to follow up with every month that I can say, hey, what did you think of the Muffin Top Challenge? Do you have any ideas for next month?
Yeah.
Did you have any personal challenges this month that I can help you with? You never know where that conversation may go.
I love that idea. And Jen was wondering, like, how long do they stay in the group? So I'm assuming they could just stay in there forever, really.
Oh. Yeah, the group never ends. I just change the title and change the workout every single month.
Awesome. I do love that. I love doing like,
and
I used to do like my own workouts before BOD came.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And they can add their friends and stuff. And I usually like the first couple of days of the month, I'll talk about it and I'll share the link on social media and I'll get new people added and I'll even go in there and say, hey, if you add 3 people into the group for the month of February, I'm going to do a drawing on Friday for like a 5-pack of energy sticks or Energize sticks or something silly like that, just to get more people in the group.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea. Man, I feel like we could just like pick your brain all day.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I just wanted to see if anyone else had any.
Oh, I don't really track percentages in there because in my mind, like that's my group. Like I'm adding value, like that's the group that I'm going to show up in every single day for 2 minutes. And I'm going to help those people no matter what. So yes, I have had people convert to challengers, to coaches. It does happen. But I'm not necessarily tracking or like pushing people in that group, But I do talk to those people, monthly. I'll do a monthly check-in with them.
I love that. I love free group ideas.
Yeah.
And I like how you said like 2 minutes of your day. Like it's not like, extra, it's not like super extra for you. It's just, just like go in, go live, do it, and
yep. I literally like finish my workout, go in live. Everybody knows I'm going live at the same time every morning. And some people come on live with me and some people just get it done throughout the day. And that's it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay. I freaking love you for doing this. I feel like we got like so many questions. I love like question answers. I just feel like everything just sometimes makes more sense that way and stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have any last burning questions besides how the hell does she look so good at like 30 something?
Oh gosh, stop. I'm like bags under my eyes. I only slept like 4 hours last night. So
Most of these girls will actually be in Indy this summer.
Oh,
So
good.
we're trying to rally the troops. So you guys will meet Lisa because obviously we'll run into Lisa and like
Yeah.
Kylie and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah.
Well, you guys have an amazing leader.